to all this? How did he respond to the rejection? How did he respond to the condemnation, to the criticism that he constantly faced? You know, verse 7 says that he was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet not he opened his mouth. He was led as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before his shearers is silent, so he opened not his mouth. But what does that mean? How did Jesus respond to what they were doing to him? Well, I've got three things. The first thing was he responded with steadfastness. Well, what do you mean? Well, Jesus never did tone down his message or stop doing what he knew the Father wanted him to do.
Amen.
The second thing was he responded with strength. And when you hear the word strength, the first thing that comes to mind would be, to some people and myself, but you know, God is the Lord of all flesh. He can do anything. He could snap his fingers and wipe every human being that was criticizing and condemning him out.
That's right.
But that's not what strength was about right there. The strength was Jesus was about to be crucified on the cross, and yet he did not lose his courage or shrink from what he knew was God's will. And the last thing is submission. When Herod prodded Jesus to defend himself, how did he respond? The word says in Luke chapter 23 and 9, it says, "Then Herod questioned Jesus with many words, but Jesus answered him nothing." See, Jesus opened not his mouth. And why? Because at that point, there was only one thing that mattered, and that was fulfilling the mission that God laid upon him, was to come into the earth and to save every one of us.
Praise the Lord.
Glory to God.
Thank you, Lord.
So, my question is, and the question that hit me, and it hit me closely, is how are we going to respond? You and me.